Hey everyone, it's me, Catherine Endy, the family life coach, hopping on a few minutes late today. Sorry about that. Had a couple of technical difficulties with my camera this morning, but here we are. And today we are going to be talking about lying and why children lie to us and what we can do about it. So, if you have a young child between the ages of around 4 to 6 years old, you might notice that they will sometimes tell a little white lie or tell you about something that happened at school or at daycare that you think might not really be true or might not have really happened. And as parents, we tend to feel like, oh, what am I doing wrong that my child is lying to me? Or do they not trust me? What's happening? That am I raising a liar? And we tend to have all kinds of anxiety and worry. And then we go from the anxiety and worry to wanting to punish our child because lying is wrong. And we don't want to raise someone who lies. But the truth is, between the ages of around 4 to 6, 7 years old, children are starting to realize that they are separate from us. So when an infant is, when a person is an infant, a baby, they feel like they are part of the parent in certain ways. There's very little boundary there, right? They're dependent on us for their survival. And as they become a toddler, they start to develop more independence. That's why you get 2 and 3 year olds who are telling you no because they realize that they can, right? They're starting that process of separation. And this is what the parenting journey is all about. It's about slowly allowing that separation to happen so that the person you're raising can be a fully independent adult someday. So this is all part of the natural progression of development. But around ages 4, 5, 6 years old, children start to develop a greater awareness of their separateness from you as the adult. So they're going off to preschool or maybe kindergarten. Things are happening in that world that you don't know about because you're at home or at work or whatever you're doing throughout the day. You're not with them at every moment. So as they begin to realize that they are separate from you and that things happen away from you that you might not know about, they're just kind of testing that out. So they might say, my friend at school brought a stuffed elephant for show and tell, and you know the friend and you know that they don't have a stuffed elephant. So this lie seems like, on the one hand, no big deal, like it's not very consequential, but on the other hand, why is my kid lying to me about this random thing? And the truth is, they're just trying to test out, like, do you know what's going on in their world when you're not there? Or is their world kind of separate from you? Therefore, you don't know what's going on. So again, this is a normal part of development and a normal, healthy thing for them to be kind of playing with. The other circumstance in which lying occurs is maybe with a slightly older child who has done that testing and knows that you're separate from them, and maybe they're lying to hide their behavior. Little kids sometimes do this too, right? They might do something they know they weren't supposed to do, and then they tell you that the opposite thing happened or that thing didn't happen, or they make up some other story about it. That's what they're doing to keep themselves safe. They are afraid of the consequences of what might happen if they tell you the truth. So the important thing here is not to punish them, right? Because if you punish them for telling you a lie, particularly a lie about hiding their behavior, it's just going to make them what? Hide their behavior more, right? It's just going to increase the likelihood that they will lie to you again in the future because they're afraid of the consequence. So it's important to communicate to kids that you will always, love them and that they will never be in trouble with you as long as they always tell you the truth, and that they will never be in trouble for telling you the truth. With little kids in that first scenario, I recommend just ignoring the lie and just kind of investigating it a little bit, just kind of poking it a little bit. Oh, I know so-and-so's mom. I'm going to call her and ask her to tell me more about that elephant that she brought to school. And then the kid usually will backtrack and say, oh, no, I was just kidding, right? And I think it's a great idea to hold these things lightly and not take them too seriously, because although lying can be very serious and very negative, this kind of lying where they're testing things out is developmentally normal and healthy and isn't hurting anyone. So important to recognize it for what it is and kind of hold it lightly. In the case of lying to hide behavior, you just want to state what you see and state what you know is true. State the obvious. I can see that you broke the vase. And then you talk through how that might make them feel. Oh, I know that you were scared to tell me that because you were afraid you might get in trouble, but don't worry. We're going to work on this together. We'll solve this problem together. If you choose to, you can share how it made you feel. And then you just move on to some problem solving and some repair. So if an apology needs to be made, if a plan needs to be made to fix something that got broken, whatever it is, that you work with them to help them make amends and fix the situation. And that's it. We don't have to take this too seriously. And as long as you're not punishing your kids for lying to you and you're communicating that they are always safe with you, then they are less likely to lie to you in the future to hide their behavior. So hope this was helpful. Give it a try and let me know how it goes. Have a great day.